Just moments ago, King Charles delivered a poignant and heart-rending address that has stunned the United Kingdom, confirming Prince William's ascension to greater responsibilities amid the monarch's declining health. It was 7 p.m. at Highgrove House, where the fading autumn sunlight cast long shadows over the manicured royal gardens. The public had been alerted to an impending statement, but few anticipated its somber, farewell-like tone. Global cameras focused not on the grandeur of Buckingham Palace, but on this understated countryside retreat, emphasizing the deeply personal nature of the moment. King Charles emerged, appearing fragile yet dignified, leaning on an intricately carved wooden cane as he approached the podium. His suit draped loosely over his thinned frame, and a subtle tremor in his hands was captured by the lenses. In the background, a softly lit portrait of Queen Elizabeth II served as a poignant emblem, one era's blow subtly yielding to the next. "For over 7 decades, I have observed the essence of service," Charles began, his voice firm, yet laced with profound emotion. "Now, as age and health underscore my mortality, I choose to perpetuate that service through my son, the Prince of Wales." These words resonated like a tolling bell, echoing through living rooms nationwide. At Windsor Castle, Prince William, seated beside Catherine, closed his eyes and drew a deep breath. Even via broadcast, the collision of familial love and royal obligation was palpable, the dreaded juncture every heir confronts. In that declaration, Charles acknowledged what whispers had suggested: his gradual retreat from public duties and the transference of ethical stewardship to his heir. Crowds amassed outside palace gates, some in tears, others in prayerful quiet, grappling with the implications for their sovereign and the monarchy's path forward. But the broadcast's aftermath unveiled deeper familial strains, tensions of heritage, allegiance, and unbreakable bonds. Stick with this account, as it delves into the royal family's intimate battles. The prelude to the announcement brimmed with anxiety. For weeks, hushed dialogues rippled through Buckingham Palace's halls, aides exchanging concerned murmurs, courtiers casting fretful looks, and the king's itinerary subtly altered in telling ways. Speculation about Charles's health had simmered since early fall. Insider reports revealed treatments for a recurring lymphatic ailment, a battle he had shielded from public view. Initially, the palace downplayed it as standard checkups, but intimates discerned the truth in his weary gaze. His vitality diminished. Even his precise script showed unsteadiness. Behind closed doors, Prince William had already assumed a supportive role, handling commitments and sensitive discussions. Catherine, ever composed, served as his steadfast pillar, offering solace amid the mounting pressures. At Highgrove, the ambiance shifted from regal poise to stark realism. Sir Clive Alderton, the king's private secretary, later called the request for a national address the most arduous exchange of my tenure. When queried on content, Charles reportedly stated, "I owe my son and subjects honesty, not the facade of eternity." Queen Camilla attempted to deter him that morning. "This isn't necessary yet," she urged, her plea edged with urgency. "It'll spark turmoil." But Charles was resolute. Better honest upheaval than cowardly quiet. By broadcast time, he seemed at peace, pausing to caress rose bushes planted long ago with Diana before facing the world. The address silenced not just Britain, but the Commonwealth. Even prior, those nearest sensed a profound shift, not merely physical, but spiritual. For months, Charles III had combated fatigue, enduring obligations while masking frailty. Observers noted his firmer grip on the cane, hesitations before signing decrees. At Clarence House, routines adjusted, later starts, earlier conclusions. A senior aide confided, "He remained astute, but his stamina ebbed. He raced against the clock." Princess Anne, pragmatic and devoted, first voiced the unspoken, "What if he can't persist?" She recalled their mother's waning days and the ensuing subtle disarray. Charles was more than king, a parent, spouse, man seeking graceful release. Urgent talks ensued. William attended sessions in his stead. Courtiers deferred to the prince. Even prime ministerial audiences subtly incorporated his input. Yet externally, the palace projected normalcy, describing the king as spirited. Camilla, intent on narrative control, pressed teams to safeguard the institution's image. A staffer later revealed her dread that vulnerability might question her role in the evolving dynamic. Tensions between obligation and evasion intensified. On October 17th, Charles summoned William to Highgrove for a private stroll in the Rose Garden. "You've shouldered excess," Charles murmured, cane in hand. "But love and duty often converge thus. They balance, yet burden differently." William nodded silently, eyes glistening. This was no political discourse, but parting words. That evening, as setups for the address proceeded, London newsrooms buzzed with succession rumors from outlets like Sky, BBC, and Reuters. The monarchy's reticence amplified the speculation. At Windsor, William paced anxiously. "He's proceeding," he whispered to Catherine, revealing it all. She steadied him. "Then allow it. He's entrusting faith, not a seat." As the broadcast aired, Britons tuned in en masse, from family gatherings to solitary views in pubs and hospitals. Charles appeared vulnerable yet regal, his delivery measured and conclusive. "As time humbles me, strength lies not in clinging, but in timely torch passing." The camera glimpsed Camilla's tense expression, eyes narrowed, lips pursed, hinting at underlying discord.
Post-speech, Highgrove's exterior swelled with candlelit vigils and flags. Sobs mingled with subdued applause, blending grief and respect. Imagine your own mentor relinquishing their life's work. Could you embrace it sans bitterness? Share your location and legacy's meaning in comments. In the immediate wake, Highgrove anchored a global whirlwind. Networks blared, King Charles affirms Prince William as monarchy's future helm. Unprecedentedly, a living sovereign publicly ceded moral and operational reins, a humble gesture fusing duty and affection. Yet privately, emotions surged. In Highgrove's sitting room, Charles slumped post-adrenaline, hands quivering over tea. "It's accomplished," he breathed. Sir Clive exhaled relief. Camilla, by the window, turned sharply. "You framed it as goodbye." Charles countered. "It is Camilla. The crown transcends its bearer. You know this." The exchange bred not fury, but estrangement, widening a months-long rift. Camilla's life intertwined with authority. Its symbolic yield felt like personal erosion. At Windsor, William and Catherine replayed the words in stunned quiet. "He's condensed a lifetime," William muttered. Catherine reassured, not a load, but an opportunity to lead unbroken. Later, Anne called. "He's frailer than shown. That cost dearly." William whispered acknowledgement, sensing pride beneath. The torch burned heavier. London's political spheres hummed. The PM's office lauded Charles's wisdom and openness, affirming William's national trust, diplomatic code for a shifting chapter. At Clarence House, advisors debated regency, privy councils, Commonwealth ties, uncharted territory. Camilla's silence amplified. She decamped to Raymill House, tabloids fueling Queen's rage narratives. A Place clarification stressed her devotion, but public favor tilted toward Charles's valor and William's poise, shadowing her anew. For William, the deluge was immense. Briefings, patronages, paternal vision amid looming loss. Nights found him gazing gardenward. "Not this way, not yet," he'd confide to Catherine. She affirmed, "You're prepared because he trusts." At Highgrove, Charles penned a letter at his desk. "When burdens overwhelm, recall your bearing people, not regalia." That distinguishes power from purpose. Signed Papa, sealed for posthumous eyes, he whispered, "The future's secure," and rested deeply. Dawn brought thunderous headlines. Charles's resolute image dominated, but Camilla's leaked remarks, "He's unclear, influenced," ignited scandal. Tabloids screamed, "Camilla doubts King's mind, Windsor war." Palace chaos ensued. Denials debated, damage irreversible. Publicly, Camilla morphed from consort to antagonist. Charles sighed, "Fear, not malice. Power breeds defense." Anne retorted, "Defense isn't loyalty. Hold firm." William's debut trial, besieged by reporters at Clarence House. "Family prioritizes father's health and will," he stated evenly. "Unity persists amid doubt." Inside, Catherine monitored reactions. Sympathy waves, William's acclaim, Camilla's censure. "You're their stead now," she noted. He wearied, unasked but essential lest we falter. At Raymill, Camilla paced isolated, shunning clarifications as excuses. BBC's Crown Transition Special montaged royal history, captioning "Father's Bridge, Son's Crossing." Listeners hailed Charles's daring release. Father-son phoned. Charles jested on William's sensibility. William credited him. "Bequeath faith," Charles urged. Pre-dawn, William touched a Balmoral photo. "All burnt, Dad. Rest." Rain cleansed as London stirred, 2 generations entwined in sacrifice. Post-storm calm enveloped the royals. Palace pivoted to William and Catherine's prominence. He led a hospice visit, evoking compassion's new era. Charles gardened restfully, musing to his doctor. Surrender yields peace after relevance's fight. Camilla lingered secluded, feeling erased. And companion Charles, "Our role's done, theirs now." William echoed paternal guidance and duties, public polls soaring for the empathetic duo. October 20th update. Charles rested. The Wales is represented. William visited privately, under oaks. Charles advised, quietude's potent strength. They lingered wordlessly, trust passing organically. As leaves gilded, Britain adapted sans fanfare. Charles found liberty in completion. William and Catherine balanced duty with life. Camilla's statement, change challenges, but courage defines it. I stand by. Public thought. William reflected to Catherine. He bestowed peace. Highgrove glowed distant. Eras harmonized. Beyond, discourse shifted to personal legacies, releasing in faith over clinging. Charles's humility, William's hope, taught compassion trumps crowns. Love endures, guiding forgiveness and continuity. If stirred, share your locale and legacy views. Like, comment, subscribe for tales blending history and heart, where crowns are carried, not merely worn. Every journey teaches leading, listening, letting go.